Happy Easter, internet friends. This is part 2. Yesterday, as I was walking home, it was very difficult to get home. It kinda took twice the time it should have been. So I decided to record a video. The idea was that it's gonna be under a minute long, but it was almost 4 minutes long. I was like, okay. And then when I went home, I made a video of the decoration, the bunnies everywhere and the colored, painted eggs and the flowers. So everything, I wanted to document and show you everything, how my house looks like. And then I put the audio and the video, the visual together. And because I was walking, and this is how I recorded the audio together, it was kind of funny to me. But I said, okay, this is Easter, and I just published it. But then I still, I think of it like it's kind of funny. So I said, okay, let's do a part 2, because actually I don't want to delete it, because the things I am talking about, it's quite interesting for people who celebrate Easter differently. And I didn't mention it in part 1, but I'm going to mention it here in part 2, because we don't have time constraint right now. That I'm very, very interested how other cultures celebrate springtime. So let's go back to it, how we do it in Eastern Europe. Right now, of course, I am based in the UK, in London, because I'm a lifelong traveler, and the best place for me to live is London, because it's very cheap. Well, it's not cheap anymore, but I would say very affordable to go anywhere in the world. And right now, my list is not that long how it was before 2020, but I still need to go to Brazil, to South America, to Japan, and 5 other countries. So that is the travel list, but we're not going to talk about that today. This is part 2 of Happy Easter video series. And in part 1, I explained to you how in Eastern Europe, especially in Hungary, what we do with the family, what we do with friends. So, what I'm going to do, I tell you some funny stories. Because obviously when you visit family, it will be always the same. You have the good time and you just basically relax for the day. And some catching up, lots of talking and everything, stories. You catch up with your family. But it's always funny when you go to visit friends, especially new friends. And I am going to talk about that one, because one time when I was about 16, 17 years old, I woke up very early, Easter Monday. I dressed up, tie and suit and everything. And I decided to visit some girls of my age from the school. And I went to this house, which was absolutely beautiful, like almost like 100 years old house. And I really liked the girl as a friend. I really liked on the house parties, we danced together and everything. We had a good time. And I like the family as well. The father was doing lots of things, like the father was part of the volunteer, like Neighborhood Watch and all this stuff, and had very, very good stories about him. So I loved the family, I loved the brothers, I loved her. So I decided to go and visit her on Monday morning. And I was very early, because my grandpa came like 4 o'clock in the morning, anyway, before 5 o'clock in the morning, to my mother. And you know how it goes. I explained it to you in part 1. You enter the house of the lady, you say the rhyme, it's a couple of lines long, and then you pour water on the lady's hair, or you can use perfume or anything like that. It doesn't matter. It's the gesture is more important, the most important. And then the lady will be forever young, and everything's going to be fine, basically, because it's spring, And this is what I did. I went to the house, I knocked on the door. I was all dressed up, And, and what happened is that the girl was very surprised that I showed up. Because what happened is that she didn't expect anyone. And that was the very first time I visited her on Easter Monday. And she was like very, very surprised. And she was going up and down in the flat. And her mother helped her to find an egg, a painted egg. You need to give painted, it could be anything, but usually it's it's painted in red. As I said, the house was beautiful, almost like 100 years old. And I remember the flat being amazing, lots of books, lots of furniture, you couldn't put even a napkin, an extra napkin in the flat because it couldn't fit. It was completely full of things. But everything put in a very, very nice order. It was a home. But what I realized when I entered the house, there was very little to none decoration, Easter decoration. And you know what? This girl, she was going up and down in her house, in her home, until she managed to find a painted egg. And she did find the egg. And she came back, and I said the verse, the few lines, and then, perfume and everything. And I received the egg. It was a chocolate egg, but you can buy in the shop. But it was very interesting. I will always remember this scene because she could have done so many other things. She could say that I'm so sorry, I'm not at home, or come back later, or refuse the whole thing, but she did not. She let me go in, and the brothers were there, the parents were there, and everyone assisted her to find a chocolate egg to do this tradition, this Easter Monday morning tradition. And that was how the family worked together, how all of us worked together. And it was so great. I will always remember this one. And then we were talking about things, she really liked the science fiction movies, so we were talking about that. And she liked the martial arts and all these military stuff. So we were talking about this, and I said thank you, and I left. And I'm so happy. So if I need to tell a story about Easter Monday outside of my family with a friend that involves a friend, it would be definitely this scene. So happy about this. It was amazing. And I still remember even her hair. It was black, very long, straight, not wavy. She was naturally shy, but in the same time, because of the lots of martial arts and everything, lots of practice, she had a very strong presence as well. It was years and years ago. I hope she is good right at this moment. I haven't seen her for years.